The rain fell softly over the private island of Necker as guests gathered in silence, each step echoing the weight of an unforgettable era coming to a close. The ceremony was intimate, peaceful, and filled with the kind of love only decades of partnership could create. In this fictional tribute story, the world watches Richard Branson, usually the bold, fearless adventurer, stand quietly at the front of the white-draped canopy, his expression carrying more depth and sorrow than any speech ever could. Today, he wasn't the billionaire entrepreneur or the global visionary. He was a man saying goodbye to the woman who had been his steady light in every storm. As the service began, Richard stepped forward with a trembling breath, delivering a tribute that left the entire room in tears. He spoke not of fame, not of fortune, and not of the empire he built, but of Joan, the woman who encouraged him when no one else believed, who grounded him during the turbulence of world-changing ideas, and who loved him long before the world attached a legend to his name. His voice cracked as he described how her compassion shaped every chapter of his life, how her quiet strength made him brave enough to chase the impossible, and how her laughter made every risk worthwhile. It was a stunning tribute, raw, honest, and overflowing with gratitude. Guests listened as Richard shared their earliest memories, meeting in a small shop, falling in love in the simplest, purest way, and building a life that remained untouched by the noise of fame. He recalled the nights when he returned exhausted from shaping the Virgin Empire, only to find peace in her gentle presence. He spoke of the adventures they embraced together, soaring in hot air balloons, sailing through storms, and hosting some of the world's greatest thinkers on Necker Island. But what moved everyone most was his confession that none of his achievements would have meant anything without her by his side. The symbolic service continued with close family and friends placing white roses at the front, each rose representing a chapter of their shared journey: love, sacrifice, resilience, adventure, and an unbreakable union. Even the ocean seemed to participate, with soft waves brushing against the shore as though whispering a final goodbye. Richard stood with his children beside him, holding tightly to their hands as a slideshow played moments from their life: smiles, celebrations, quiet sunsets, and candid glimpses of two people who built a world of their own. As the fictional ceremony reached its end, Richard lifted his gaze toward the horizon, where the setting sun cast golden light across the sea. In a voice filled with emotion yet strengthened by love, he promised to carry her legacy forward, to live boldly, love deeply, and continue building a world shaped by compassion, curiosity, and courage. It wasn't just a farewell, it was a vow, a commitment to honor the woman who helped shape his heart, his vision, and his life. The stunning tribute concluded with the release of white lanterns drifting into the evening sky, illuminating the darkness like tiny stars. Each lantern carried a message from those who loved her, a reminder that her spirit, her kindness, and her influence would continue to shine long after the ceremony ended. As the final lantern disappeared into the night, Richard placed his hand over his heart, whispering a private farewell that only the two of them would ever truly understand. And while this tribute exists as a fictional narrative, it stands as a powerful reminder of the kind of love that inspires greatness, the kind of partnership that transforms a dreamer into a legend, and the kind of devotion that continues long after the world stops watching.